Hi everybody and welcome back to the layout. Today we got a cool video for you of some new signals along the layout, as well as some that have been there for a while that I haven't made a video about yet, but the new ones are the ones on your screen there, and then a Walther's Scene Master set of overhead lights. But without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So to start, guys, I'm gonna first show you how the signal works. I went ahead and dimmed the lights here so you can see it real well, and I got the cropping real good of the camera so you can hopefully see it really well. But as you can see, the signal is very, very cool. The lights are pretty bright, brighter than I thought they would be, and get to who makes the signal and all the controls for it later in the video, but first I'm just going to show you what it does. So for example, it's controlled by our dispatcher when we have operating sessions, which I'll show you that later on in the video as well. But I'll show you all what it can do. We don't yet have these two on the bottom wired in yet. Well, we have them wired in to light up, but we do not have them changeable just yet. But we have the top two, which are most important, changeable from red to green. We'll get yellow eventually, that's further down the road, but right now red to green is pretty good. And I'll switch that for you guys on track 1 and 2. To clarify, track 1 is the far track there, and track 2 is the track right next to your screen there. So here we go. This is color, this is green for track 1. And then we'll go ahead and do track 2. And as you can see, that looks really, really cool. With the lights dimmed, it's real bright, but when the lights are on, which that's most of the time we run with the lights on, unless I'm doing nighttime operations, that's the kind of light you'll see coming out of those. And then we can control them separately. So if I just need track 1 green, or track 2 green, we can do that. If I wanted to give a diversion, we can do that, just flash it. And then both top ones can be turned off, but realistically that should not happen. So anyways, we're gonna go look at the control board for the dispatcher and what they do during operating sessions. So typically during operating sessions, we'll have somebody sitting here with some paperwork, and they know what's going on in the layout, and they control the signals. All of these ones here control the block signals, which are labeled by control point, but I'll mention those in a different video to come. But today we're just focusing on the signal bridge and the crossings, so we're going to go over here. So the signal gantry, this controls track 2, and this controls track 1. So all you need to do is when it's in the off position or red, then you just flip it to on, and now it's green. And the same goes for track 2. I like this because there's no sensors involved, and it's controlled by an actual person, and like it is in real life, so to speak. And then what I like is you can do this slowly to make it look realistic when it changes. The crossing over here, we're going to get to those in just a minute, but I like the switches controlling the crossing by, we usually have either the operators or the dispatch or the signal person, dispatcher, whatever you want to call it, controlling the crossings as well. But what I like about this is you can stop short of the crossing and it won't activate. So if I want to turn on a crossing, I would flip that switch, and it turns, and it takes about 5 to 7 seconds for the circuit boards to warm up and for it to activate. So now we're going to go take a quick look at the crossings. So here we are at the crossings. Once again, I've somewhat dimmed the lights so you can see the lights a little better. These are pretty bright. Not as bright as the other ones you're going to see later on in the video, which are my favorite, but these are new as well. Both these and the signal bridge are brand new, just installed yesterday. These are made by Walther's, Walther's Scene Master. And these, we got them for they're about $30 each, and very easy to wire. All you need to do is get a circuit board, breakers for the lights, and relays. That's about it. Not too complicated. All in all, to wire each, it was probably about $50. So about $100 to wire the whole thing. But without further ado, I'll show you the crossings activated. And like I said, the circuit board takes about 5 to 7 seconds to heat up, and then there we go. So like I said, I don't like to put sensors on the tracks, because then if you want to stop short of the crossing, like right by that, right to the left of your screen, to hold short before the road and not activate the crossing, you can do so. And we even have a little detail. We even have some little details over here. An electric box that we just finished. Those are pretty hard to build, but nevertheless looks really cool. And then to turn them off, you just hit the switch and they turn off immediately. So that's the crossing here in Pikesville on Main Street, and we'll go look at the crossing next on South Creek in Lake Evans. And I saved the best for last, guys. This is my favorite crossing, and maybe even one of my favorite parts on the entire layout. And this is these are just lights, similar to the overhead ones, except they're just the standard lights that you would see on a standard road that doesn't require elevated lights. These are the only thing I don't like about these is the stop on red signal sign is a little unrealistic. You don't see too many of those anymore nowadays, but the signals themselves are made by NJ International, and have to say that these are totally blew me away when we got it. They're very somewhat simple to install, but at the same time they were pretty difficult to install, but just blew me away with how the lights flash so realistically, and the control of the lights, and especially how they're double-sided. You don't see that very often with a crossing like this. We have it here in Lake Evans, which I'll show in the next layout update, as well as everything else on the layout that's new. There's a lot of new stuff to get to, but anyways, yeah, this is in Lake Evans, and this is on South Creek Road, which is going to be like a country road, and Forest Road. Once the layout is complete, we eventually maybe want to get a peninsula in here, but I'll show you these activated now. So definitely a really cool addition to the layout, and really cool aspect. A lot of people love seeing these when they come over, especially with the UPS truck pulled up there. This is one of the new electric boxes that we built today. Those were really hard to build, but definitely worth it in the end because it really adds to the looks of the crossing. And I'll turn it off for you. So yeah, this is South Creek Road crossing in Lake Evans. So one additional note I want to acknowledge for you guys, if anything, a compliment and a good review is to Atlas for making this amazing signal. Works really well. It's a little up there in price. I got mine for $90, but definitely worth it if you can get it installed correctly. And then the maker of some of the things that control the signal is a small company named Azatrax. Really great company. It's a small owned company. I believe it's family owned by only a couple guys, and he makes some really good stuff, so I highly recommend him. Search him up. I'll try to put a link in the description of his website, and he makes I'll show you under here. He makes very nice terminal strips right here that are real simple to install, and as you can see, a lot goes into wiring this. But yeah, you need all these different controls to wire this, so it's definitely a big intaking of products and all different things to get these signals working, but in the end, it's definitely worth it. I highly recommend it. And then, like I said, we have these little signals here as well. These are just block signals that work basically the same way. But our collection of signals will continue growing. They can get kind of frustrating to wire, but definitely really cool aspect to the layout. It makes operating sessions more realistic and easier, and all in all, the layout more realistic. One additional side note before we get to the exit part of this video is that this is the old signal that was here. I kind of played along with the replacements like they did on the Conrail signals, and I laid those signals off to the side there, and I even had a little work zone, which I'll throw in a picture of here. So we've made it to the end of the video. I'd like to thank all of you for watching and for staying tuned for these weekly videos. I'm excited to post some more. Hoping to start some narrative ones of switching jobs and jobs on the layout, as well as another layout update. A lot of new stuff, as I said earlier in the video. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.